Schmidt writes a book.
For who?
For kids. Well, first of all, sorry. His name is Max. He just carries out Schmidt so well. If y'all don't know Schmidt from New Girl, watch New Girl. Honestly, I just feel like he's Schmidt in real life. I recently came across an ad where he was promoting 3 books that he wrote for children. His whole ad is explaining, why are we forcing kids to read? But I wrote books for kids anyways, so buy them. I think the titles were,
I don't want to read this aloud.
I don't want a book as a present.
I don't want to read.
It was something like that. Basically, these 3 books are about not reading, which is just so funny because, you know, books are meant to be read. People are always seeing it as a positive gift for children, and he's promoting like against it, but that's also kind of intriguing because it's supposed to do the exact opposite. It's supposed to intrigue people enough to actually buy the book. Maybe a kid who doesn't like to read will be like, this one, I kind of agree with what's on the cover of it, so maybe I'll pick up this book. And at the end of the ad, he says, well, buy the book wherever books are being sold right now, which I think is even funnier because it seems like everything is just online. So for him to make actual like tangible products for kids right now, I think is really cool.
So this sounds like it's the center of anti-marketing, where you're creating a message that seems like it goes against your product, but it's supposed to do the opposite. I think at times it does work. I think you need the right personality and a very, very like clear message. I think another example of anti-marketing that was kind of funny to me was The Rock has a men's personal care line that also includes shampoo. My first reaction was, but he has no hair. But the slogan that he used was, my hair would have loved this 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. What he's saying was, maybe I could have salvaged my hair, or maybe my hair would have been on my head longer if I used this shampoo earlier. So kind of like motivating people, or men specifically, to like take care of themselves. A part of his whole like mission is to lift the stigma of what personal care means for men.
Which is so crazy because it's 2025 and still a lot of men are like, what is self-care? Why do I need to be clean? And I'm like,
oh,
what?
You know, it's a funny example. Have you ever seen those like wipies in stores?
Wipes?
And you have regular wipes.
And have dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
You know that people actually buy them as if they're actually different, but that's marketing for you. Like, if you're a dude, this is the wipe for you. It is strong enough for your cheeks and whatever cracks you need it for. Now, I get it if it's for, you know, females, because different parts call for different ingredients at times. That makes more sense if I were to buy a feminine product. If I ever need wipes and dude wipes are right there and there's no other regular wipes, I'm gonna take them because it's the same product.
I think another person who does a really great job at anti-marketing is Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if you've ever seen his Mint Mobile commercials. He's really sarcastic about his products.
That's just him as a person as well.
There was one commercial where he's just like, you know why our phones are much more affordable? It's because we don't put that many special effects in our commercials. We just tell you what it is.
I love the directness of that though. He's just like, let's cut all the bullshit. Let me tell you why you're really watching this. And it gets your attention because you're like, oh, you just broke the fourth wall. Like, you're talking to me as a person, not just an audience member. It makes the ad feel real, but also useful. When I'm watching all these commercials and it feels like I'm being talked to like the general public, I'm like, all right, I can skip this. But the minute he's just like, oh, and by the way, I want you to know, the minute you do that, you got my attention. Again, speaking to his sarcasm, he does that really well throughout like Deadpool 2. He carries that same sarcasm, but he amps it up like all the way. Like in the last movie with Wolverine, he has what seems like insiders in the movie, and I know there was some controversy about like deleted scenes being about like Justin Baldoni and about Blake Lively. I was like, well, you know what, if they are true, it kind of matches up with the time frame of It Ends With Us, because that movie took a span of 5 years to create. And if you guys are anywhere on TikTok, you have passed by all these lawsuits between these two, about to be 3, all 3 of them, saying there's been issues from the start of these movies to the very end. Don't know what's going to happen with that, but all I know is it'll end with his sarcasm.